small group leaders, thank you so much for leading. We really appreciate you. I just want to take a minute to talk about probably the most important tool in your toolbox, and that is prayer. We know from the Bible that as soon as we start praying, God sends his angel army. The book of Daniel tells us that. As believers, we're encouraged to pray continually, to put on our armor of God, to always present our requests to him through all circumstances. And we know that when God moves, Satan attacks. And that's just a great opportunity to watch God work. And the best way to do that is use our resource of prayer. So I just want to encourage you as a small group leader to make sure that you're including prayer in two specific ways. First, we want you to be praying on your own and with your family. You need to protect yourself with prayer. We want you to be praying for your group members, praying for the church, praying for your family, and really just connecting with God in a quiet space on your own with him. But we also want you to pray with your group. A great way to start your group time. You know, we all get here and we're chatting and we want to socialize, and that's wonderful. And it's really hard to transition from that into a Bible study. So a great way to do that is to stop and say, let's cover this time in prayer together, and just spend a minute to pray that the Lord will be in this place, that the Holy Spirit will move, and that your conversations will be open and honest. And then start your time together. It's also a great way to encourage your members to also pray. Sometimes people aren't really comfortable with it, but we can get them there a little bit through different ways. You can have them do a popcorn prayer, which is where you just spend a few minutes, you open in prayer. Anybody who has something they want to say, just a sentence or two as a prayer, can do that, and then you close. And it gets them a little bit more comfortable with the idea of praying out loud, because it's really important that we come together where two or three or more are gathered. The Holy Spirit is there, and we just want that time to be front and center for what you guys are doing in your group time. But we also want to pray for each other. So we encourage you to take prayer requests. There are two different ways you can do this. Not everyone is comfortable sharing their prayer request aloud. So I have been a part of a group where we had a notebook that went around the room and people could write down their prayer requests. Sometimes they put their name with it, sometimes they don't, and that's okay. You can also share them aloud with one another and have one person collect the prayer requests and share them with the group. And in that way, we're just throughout the week sending a message or saying, hey, I'm praying for you. I know you're going through a health scare right now, or praying for you as you're trying to get through this really difficult thing with your friend or your colleague. Knowing that we're just praying for one another is a game changer in our faith and in our group. So we really want to just encourage you guys to spend that time. It seems so obvious, like, of course we're going to pray. But when it comes down to it, sometimes it requires a little extra boldness and confidence. Know that you're in the midst of friends, and the best way to learn to pray with one another is to hear one another pray. So we just want to encourage you as a small group leader to pray with your family and pray with your group. Thank you for taking time to lead your group and to lead them in prayer.